The real Nkomo Nkete Nkete. Showing live this and every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Era One Radio on Facebook and on YouTube, Era One Radio and on Taibo channel. Kaise, so we see the real Nkomo Nkete Nkete. What brabon tete? We nyan konkonsa. We the real Nkomo Nkete Nkete.
Yo, it's for a so your mama Joe and mama Papa. The real Nkomo Nkete Nkete and Moasun Ebuswe. And you rain so yaji akonya na ye chia obi bia ye tie phone na ye mama ajo kwasi adadri die na moa munim say the real Nkomo Nkete Nkete and Moasun Ebuswe. And you ready a strong cocra na yen panelist no a bien to me someone who some every and one say or more programs. They said yenye izu ye quiet him into and crop for fran or normal a program so baby be so and ne yetia ye yenya utitinani kesia pa enwure ye ne no eba betwetwe nkomo na mefasa akonye so na yama obia kwa aba yesro se wontena ase a akonya netena ase na enwure de nkomo no yesro yen guest anase yen osrafo a enwure yen sa akano no eyotitani kese oboayen ewo ye mental health me fansa dream en yaresam sa na mesi aka no na onye obia se yenra Philip Ofori Yentumi ye brei oye adwuma ewo Ohio, Director of Nursing DON kese pa ewo Heaven Behavior Hospital na enwere die yetia ye ni busy schedule ni nyina mu no watumi squeeze pa ama one yen ebihia nti ora Yentumi ye pacho ye mawo akwaba
Ena
Sister Dorcas mi jaomu enye say Mr. Ofori Yentumi abentina mi jaomu onso ye mawo akwaba pa yes sir say wonfa we fidie nto Era One Radio yes sir wa se fato ho na on subscribe nso ye YouTube channel na yes sir mia bell no so ketwa said the bear in programs ahodo aye nyina no onsa ebetumi aka yama akwa abewie yetiefo nyina nso ye mamo edwure ye chechia mo pa sister na yedim se bibia utie ye na yera kwaku nanse ya mudi mo anniversary ne sister Eunice ya mama aware so enyume ye chia mo so baby amo na Mr. Ofori Yentumi enyume de wa be ya ma won kokwa ya ye ready pa se nia on so de bae no ye betie wo asembisa ye sro men fan hye ho ubetimi a WhatsApp yen ubetimi a friend wo Facebook live ubetimi a test yen akwan hodo bebre so a wo nsembisa ubetimi e de aba na ye yi wasebisa no na ya ye ebusuan na ya dream a how anase ya dream till ensu hu hia ana enye sa nti anyumre ye besua dream till ho asem na ye rei wa bi mu yie yesi mami bi na okopeba okono na nipa ne ka che ne se enhyehyɛ ye wo emba ne ho no ye mienu unya ba na obebodam anase wo beko na wo de unya ba no na wo de wadwen mu te wako no se ebe mi pebi nti enye hwe ne me bodam no na me wo kra me pe neja apei eye na droma no owoye afi wo twen so obebodam afi away mu enema bebre kasa tenten no call papa no say papa na me twen se me bodam o se enya dam keke o kasa no ne niema o kwa na refi ukita safo na ope na ofun yi crowd na o tiem me phone ne wa hi o ni nyina edam ni bia no nti papa enyumre yesterday cheche mu se nyina ye so ye yi ba na se ye dan nti ye fa cho fa ye ko
yo me da se sister Gifty who's say ka adwum opomodin ho asem a na perceptions na kwakoye de wo ho no who's o carry kwapo you ever struggling say adwum opomoteo adwum yare because baby ye finu ne adwen a ye wo fa ho nti no na ye ka ho asem a na aye kana kakra enti no memebota nyina ne say one, you be for what it is, right? At the cry, and two, let's lighten it up enough for it to make it easier to have a conversation about it. And you know, me and the change be a money, yes, you bisa, you lighten it up. Now, you mean come was it. There be a stigma, hold dry your wafer honor, a bit me a few honor. Now, make kind of sound, make us talk about say, example, your my, no crap, or catch us over what them. But baby, if you know, you can say, Obi wa adwumu yare anere yakwakosi edambo. But adwumu apomuden ho asem, different from adwumu yare ho asem. And different from edambo. And as I said, edambo ka ho. Your friend edambo, right? E ka ho. E ka yare no ho. But it's not necessarily even mental health. And the other man, I want to spread it beyond the illnesses to the health. Apomuden ho asem. Example, Oko health fair. Yeah, be a friend of primary and secondary prevention. Yeah, health home education. Who's a illnesses necessarily. Anything so exercise, did you and pepi na centered around these things, right? Into a pomudin wasem the eka. So na me person mental health and also no. Yan no apomudin wasem versus specific in the area where I no. You bet make a asem there, but yenti ase say obi betimi awo ho no oni adwuma pomuden, but not necessarily so adwumu yare. To the woman face has in abra ye ko anim no. You betimi raise in your ban kakra dia ba.
Wow. And that dear enya asem keto. Enti abusia for ye hwe adwumu tew e ho asem. So apomuden a yenya ewo ya adwin eye sonko kra sense ebia ye ka adwinmu yare e ho asem ebusuafo ene de yesre mo se won Facebook ta wo ye ho frɛ unua na obia eme afidie no na we ye enkwasem ankasa yo ene na sister Dorcas say na wo asembisa bi wo honom a ode ebema doctor pa so manenko.
Yeah, me that's sister Gifty doctor so ye da wase pa say ye frɛ wo na wagibre say ne woni ye mbedi nkomo ye tiefo ya hyembo say de biara da kwasi da dura ye bebo moden ya say ye beba na enim odi nkomo ene de da pono su ne adwen a ye pese eye fit with the brain fitness what you man and ye didn't ne de and then yes oh yes also now the be slim name mo adwene na e da wuti no ye pese ye hu kwan a ye befa so a ye be ma adwene so ate akọ enu nti na ye tie ye a ye nya doctor we ntem abachiri na me de a edi kan a mebisa doctor ne say ya ti se apomo adwemu apomoden no ho asem no bebre na to da na nka eye me se wote a na ne sebi ai se ne na obi eyi kakra se ya sister se de yet no sa na tie de a se de sister Gifty e kan ye no ye ti fie ya nka se ye fie ni ye mei e to da ye mma memen minim de na meme de otimi ye so mudi abusua no obi anka no obi anya ne hwe je se enso wa ye mudi it take a long time and sana what to me Ejani hum kakra even a welcome ni nua ba akopa oni no edi agro no na ya na ha me kakra esan say ya ti adwemu how asem adwemu titi asem ena nyanya doctor o head be bisa no say san ne mani bi wo ne o mother sorry na oba na ye mudi bisa say den ne ha no o se bibia ha no den ne ha no bibia ha no nsu tumi say enye sa na oba a wo no no otia eya na eye bibia ye ka ne say na dwene mu no onye fit that day and I say, you be what say it's me call a tree. Oh, it's me basa most often anyway. Into the doctor, young can say, may channel be, and I say, beer a normal.
Yo, mummy and fam finish say, ye fafi and more fremu edeba adolescents, hold edeko yen penny few so. Mekan say, and sakrayeba at any point in time. And two months of you ma oshano any pedi only in after the kasa polo, right? Also, oshano none the kasa wa, but only in after the baby. Come I say, dear friend, ADHD, some of these hyperactivity conditions, you know, right? It'll be on my hand here easily, no because no we say we'll put them in the box. But if we give them time to grow, sometimes they grow out of it. Okay. 82 sister question no ane your abofra awo no ma na say e ma enu omo sometimes krapo ye ni emu enye te bia no sorry now feel the same way and so na nya bibia so na how in particular ebi wo dom so na there may be a stress a bi happen like BBAC how kakra but enya ade a bro so sa yet it affects your mood. Example, as I say, we used to our friend Intimate used to like their area of example. Young father say old school and social beba, right? Preparedness level towards the exam no in the horse a bit me affecting the mood. E bin so na new game bi abaso ope game ni bi wakache ma dada ma akache so even some one make sure no this is also Andrew so kache da that's so ko check with ma and that confer na also there be entimi nyama say enti no bibi affected because on na yonko fo nyina ebo online nti sisa no ontimi nkobo ha no ubisa ne say den na ha na ofilisa wakache odada say opegem na mo akache say onyama no onim say ne ma me wa obeyama no on person say obemu afili bad na so betete wo o ko de den ha o be pacho mi okay bibia ha me nanso no na bibi so ha no oh ebetimi so aba ne so say dadafo bi na one ne ntemu eye pa dan say no one ne nkasa say the first pa na omosite edi ninya the may feel say me catch wa say be ede no betima ya fa ho nti adenti na say be catch enti me ka kwakosi say you maybe underlying causes be it affects our mood. And it's because mental health and apomodeno. Who's at this point on your real? So on the apple. You know, every department, your instrument apple. In the air, I said, "Sick as a coffee man." The type.
And your money, you know.
Oh, was a be other be mood necessary. I remember my cash up number. I send you was a mood in Versailles. Oh, and no, sir, hold on. You know, those things, affect your mood, yet you are not ill. Anything I tell you, I say, my this year, man, I said, "Me church, no." And I'm person me center on health versus the illness necessarily because yes, na ye nyamunti as any papa.
Wow.
The question,
Yo, doctor.
Yeah, that's a doctor. Na any nature say, mood swings in ye na you will be you. So, with it, and pennyphone you nkomo you. Wa utimu say, a debut or honoma, I grow per se a cost or not obeying tiasie, a debechina papiano free hako dra. Honest why I on apple. What's that say? Me na e ka ho bi ebusuafo eduru bre bia esese ye man ye ho time. Obi oho obeka ho asem. So said de na doctor ucheche mi ebi mu pekasa Nti obi wo ho asem ne ha no obeka akyerew. Obi nso wo ho a ontimi nka eho asem. Nti ese yehu ye mma no ana nipa a ye ne omo edili no. Se wukuna hu sene osite, se woyera hu sene osite, se mofra ka mo ho a hu sene ono osite, se adwuma mu na wo wa. Obi wo ha anopa no hu na ukodru adwuma ma utimi se nipa ewa mu na. Bibi ha no ewo ni mu. Ebi on pese ono obeka ho asem. Na we yaba, are you okay? Are you okay? And also fam ho ben. So enti sometimes no esese senya wo cheche mi yemma nipa no sometime to maybe get over it. And anya sa esa say
Sister Gifty, mama Mr. Dr. Semkakra. Doctor say etwaso ekwa animu a entumi nha adwen na de nti maybe say we ni. Fan say we dem de me am be on te sa de but ye din komo edie. Fan say me be ayedin bia na ope bibi te say de wo kan ne na fofo hye we nti ope bi. Entumi man some self esteem bi say me na fofo ni nyina mu no omo wo we minibi. And it's time be able look down upon himself. Sana at the hawa bana. At was a qua. You say you need the strengths in the you mood that you to me burn once in a while. But any instance will be also set at what was what.
Medase for the lead question. It was so said to us. It was so I would be brave. And you know, say a tie is here. After they do baby, no, they may come up with depression. And this week, for SD4 Muti, my publisher, only Adventist, only SD near, member background, I can't wait to appreciate the American. Next about school, no, I hear Bible the share on Saturdays and no Saturday divine. Na about depression, some challenges we go through with our mood near the right, okay. And to know say, a boy BBBC, you deal with it, you move on. Baby, Master say na ye cannot. People are trying to bring in so many examples from the Bible, challenges we go through and relate it to depression. It's me more any. There's no worrying, and there's no depression, and there's no obusua or like ninja, right? Sad. And there's no sadness, there's no worrying, and there's no depression. It's example na you use na no mama fair no. Maybe busa mano or enyama me raho me depressed. Okay. It's no abra me raho ye no etwaso me sape we ye enyama me. So now I'm beginning to see myself to be different from my colleagues no. Then I become worried. Right? Okay. It's no se me di bibi hu ya no. Yes, me depressed. It but what say there's graduation at Elcoso. Oh, it's no almost after the Elcoso na bedu baby no number who say, oh, my faithful monument kwa media debia matomo, and I'm not giving any other reason why I should be satisfied with where I am. It's a bright Elcoso, Nelcoso, Nina, no, then it may lead to depression. Oh, and after the graduation, neighbor. Okay. I don't know what honor. And some of my self-esteem issue, no. Eti efna baso ani yedi. Say Jordan release in Pabua for. Na say my fefo nyina e obi. Na be the every year after year bia no minya Jordan ni bia. Ebedu bibi no we are living in a materialistic world. Ye ti wiase a ye de afade ne ahokade ana ye di susu ogina pen a wo. Enti no se me ti me share the abasu ni bia. Then it gets to a point where I feel say me muno mindi musa. So what I say, hey, to answer your question, no, a bit may lead to depression, a bit may lead to self-esteem issues, certain situations, and so bit may lead to anxiety. Oh, and you ever say, me opia, me yam tai shishimi, makuma taibo me peri. Asembia tai hamia, me patient bakubi was I'm a worrying warrior. Just a tembia no dia. Oh, as a worrying warrior, sano. Not tembia no di no. Then it gets to a point after you start to have generalized anxiety. Like tembia no na you're anxious. And also symptoms and to answer your question, Anne, some of these things, kakra, a bit made the demo at the assembly.
Okay, Doctor Medase. Message was so beside Obi eating to me about this kind, but before they may mediano. Once a man can anxiety no so Emma, yen shower. Nipper be anxious and I say you will be more higher day and home, and I say with the experiences and the man, yes, sir.
Okay, with anxiety, depression, yes, that's no. You move back. Okay, I say, you use the word yabondam, right?
Yeah.
So what do you want to be comfortable with? But we have good Q and be the best substitute. You more up right? And you'll be a friend of trait versus illness. Say you war traits nibi. Once again, but you and yes, so you'll be a chassis. Yes. A bit may make a symptom of an illness, but BBC and Africa dead more. Into question, they say, anxiety, and obia certain level of anxiety. But how I'll be managing, and money escalating cost rupee, and also say best maybe a SL. It's on the average, you should be operating between 4 and 6. If we are using the range 1 to 10, 10 being the worst, right? SO between 4 and 6. And so 4 and 6 are okay. So okay, cap about 1, 0 now you're depressed. Okay, cap 9, 10, also I'm not very anxious. And when you also go to like 7, situational, a bit in me, and I say me be anxious, number 7, 8 manageable. I can control and bring it down. Mind me control now for the cost more. So as in the depression, sometimes we have bouts of depression. And when you're depressed for a long time, but a bub. Oh, it's a bub must say do now. Now for the now after the assembly over. Intina, I was said, some of these things in your munti as yet. Now you to me prepare.
Yeah, that's how me that.
Answer now be read you comments no. Nia doctor came express say yenya kwenya say ye awofo no ye wasudie. Esan say da bia wo baba wo nchen ene mi hia we ebi ni ho echina mi hia we ebi ni ho adechi a da bia na say negative side na sebe yenya na ye kope ohaw no abre ye mofra no so ye de nyi Ghana na yentumi ene ya wofo enya negotiation anase yentumi enya enkitaho bi ewo omu nya nchechemu bi a ema so eno ane se
ebi ni ho
nipewe osibi ni ho denti na ebi ni ho so yentu awoka ana da bia usori akwa adwuma no sika na we so esese yetimi ene mofra no yaka communication ho asem what happen yetimi chiechire omumu die nti a ebia enne no minya ma but yentimi en compromise say that could be ho ana school be shase efe say akra na fufuo nyina enya empaboamo no no nsu benya bi so esan say e build almost self esteem le boom e mo nsu timi ekwa anim bi nti yesua de ebusuafo yi na ye ho aduru se say de yesi adwen mu tew ana doctor I say yen kan say
adwuma pomodin
ho asem e na ye ken nti ye ken no ye fire de na yenso ye boa ama mofra no nso atumi enya adwuma pomodin na o menya anigye de esua de na opie krampo a ama wenya how bi so because you say nkakra ene bottle ene na waye mudi ochina na kakra ho na eto aso na afi ekodru ba bia ye ho hwe a enyi yi. Okay.
Gifty made us everything for study. Sister Gifty the fire. No, Mamma so men found funny said the doctor actually said, you won't be no, you won't near marketing kitty be way more. It to me lead it to a dream a thought was just a potentials be way more. One way, now, you may be building on it. It to me, my winner, I dream of how anxiety now make a once and not see baby. Media me will be. Men kind of say, they say. Me shy person and so catch up say me ya de onipa mu at once na wa ha me e san say I na de hu kakra bi abehye me mu enonti doctor am ye hu say nipa bia wo at least ayi kakra bi won anxiety say ye ma no ye ma on program bi anase bibia ye obi bi a wotumi di overcome no say anase be no koye be pushing koye na koye ba ko na koye minu a ebekọ eno no is it a good way say what the back as what the boy will be am an overcome any who be a woman one.
Okay. Mammy Shas say, Obia will be a new who a war. Obu on Mocas uncle any padudo what day you are. Oh, no cry. Son or no pen. Obu on so, okay, say, oh, a bit a recital like Cocasa or Nipemu or you okay. But uncle ye like a walk and I say ye no on Jin and 90 on difference.
Okay.
So different situation will present different level of anxieties to different people. Okay. How to overcome anxiety? We say face your fear. Right? I was with me a share at the corner who was so no. Now wait me overcome it. But the part of men could drop bonnet and found to share the next I don't know out when I was a review, right? It is a obiwo anxiety about stage presentation and I say the padudu what day you are. And Shasi and Fanunko Jina come meet you, I say. What am I saying? We come meet here, baby kakaka, a year not quite for a year. And I also say Pentecost conversion, Easter conversion. No, one man could Johnson focus on 23. One man is John 10:30. As a whole for cinema, now you're doing to me.
Yeah.
It's the day the American say, Yen shall see kakra. It is a Friday, you may issue more, yeah, no one man nabaso. Because say, youth camp this year in Zoom, didn't it? Maybe we are no one saying some more empire. But uncle, do I have to turn on my camera? But uncle, don't say, you are praying. If you turn on your camera, everybody else have closed their eyes because we are praying. So, but if you are not even comfortable, don't turn on your camera. Would you bet me turning off? Then you get them on the stage. But you preoccupied no case on be devotion. And you'll be in a need throughout the whole period. It's no anxiety more. To the mechanic say you face your fear, but kakra, then you start getting over it. And yes, I will trash will be good.
Doctor, yeah, that's a pass. Sister Dorcas, Ube to me, I can kind, yeah, text message now.
Message, you know, yeah, menya mirno ewe hey. First one the elengi the oka first one no. And then the said that I say area now yes it will say no introduction no kai. Nipa kro mirno nipa kro ne say the okwa say emano ebo mema netimu odin a I na wuntumi na se na krakacho na ayibi na eno ade a adwemu however na ye tatu mienu ni nipa kro no efri hold on Juliet sorry okay sister Juliet o Denver na se ma ode aba ne se ni kunu ekofa no free Ghana e de ne baaye na one be ma no Ghana no Sister Juliet man kan nyina obetumi afre na waka we go bro for doso. O se one ne kunu wo Ghana na ne kunu akoma ha no kakra. Na onim se normal kakra be na ne bofu. Na papa no de ne ba ha yi no wa mpese obeye adwuma. Eno ntitembe ofie na ohwe nkora no but se ofre adwuma ba na se oni fie a otimi hwe no otimi kura bo ba no ne butumi fusa na nsen mu no or say Nancy Moon ne banner or the call or say I don't know what say or say COVID time when or the banner call summer at the school said the very active kakaya na dano akwana teacher a friend any di nkomo bro mo bedru fie no na be ma no afri adwuma aba be ma ni bufu ye se ba no afri fie and obetene fie cha afi na ba no ba fa wa mana nkasa hwa na oyi ma no na enu akiri no na ne ma na ka chen se daddy ene teacher friend mama any ni di nkomo tenten nti be ma ne ba se o explain no wa explain because wa ma ne chance krampo na ode ntokwa ehia no na sem ne say enche na ne kunu na gu afu ama enya nsusu aso ne ba no so san say school mu ho na okoye no ma me ne ka say ne ba na sesa e wo school mu ho enu nti obi sa say papa na bufu na e wo no so ana mentally oyare
some form of a buffo mental condition. And there are different conditions related to a buffo, right? Yes, some form of a buffo mental condition. They hear me. I was say Papa no ready to one accept to say he has a problem and two seek treatment. Once they say a photo and sacred just and sorry. Sometimes I say we want to protect the abuser. Oh, make no, be buy a crime and yeah, you mother, Nasa Mekoyenas, assembly to na me de fahen, Ghana for Becas a bit more than your coffee me fee Ghana, and I am Mamma Achimukuna too. Your boat I NSL person, your chukunu too. But Obota NSL bet me a pemwa ama Berman. Obota I also say once so ubet my safe. Now Oman so I safe in the environment. Not three so no Oman so eating up for me here over school anyone brem. This is what happens. Abusers always want to have a superior level over the one that is the victim. Until part of what happens, it's in a few men. Therefore, financially, you depend on them.
Yeah.
And they also say, my hand fan and my work, right? And that control, emotionally, you depend on them because you have to resort to that same abuse and there are so many forms of abuse, and I would say none of it should be entertained, right? I like to talk about abuse also in a context because what may be deemed as abuse in the American society, necessarily may not be an abuse in the Ghanaian society. So, a bit more enemy say abuse by abuse. But yes, say many anti-Dorcas, Nkomo bi. Na say meka anti-Dorcas who wait once a month. Hano as much as ne ba ne kasa na meka ne wait once. That is why I say all of this has to be placed in context, right?
Yeah.
But to the level of where bo dear and any context. And yet, okay. And anger management classes in the quest of seeking help for the man, say be ya or better CNT, say futu and sakana, Jason Sophie. It is difficult to say it that way, but that is the truth. So, well, BBM Pirmino, no one who said to me, so essay now, on you and fancy help. What did I say? And sometimes it has to get to that level. It's unfortunate, but yes. Say beya one casa subenya wapum de no subenya moa na mo friends so it may live in a safe environment. Yet yes so say some of these things so esi wo fie ni na no enya nsusuaso e wo mo friends o mo performance wo mo say abofra bi edu pepe so bi ni great enkoye and may extend the kakra so to a mofra they have been abused at school or in the community. Who say bedroom baby na the great thing ko ye ya want to say e bi abofra bi oni ni dia go mantem no atu nani esi ne so nti ama that child is not stable mentally e bi na school mu ana obi atu nani esi ne so therefore ama abofra no enye stable mentally does not feel comfortable at school. Yeah, they back to this context of Mameno's assembly. The apostle of feeling now so no. Ama bofra ne edi hu ya o say I didn't see na check ya me mama etete I didn't tell me me papa ebo me mama, right? It's in the sa or how now all common no and ma oko school campo na dream any classroom no into intimi mani nsia de. Ne nyina no e wo nsunsu so e wo fie no so. Nti me say obepe emboa ama papa no ene abusua.
Okay.
Wow. Doctor, and then that was pa ebusuafo yesro so question bia men fan sheho we de odiyefo kese na wa be you enti no so asem bisa na wan fra eche wo frame me a nya de amenya anu ya bro enti yesro wetimi attest yen wetimi afren e wo 2402802633 yen WhatsApp number non so 510-931-0946 ye be kwa kwaje nkrato na yaba na yeba ye beto us.
They are four women. They are beautiful with brains. They are eloquent, decent, wise, and experienced. You have heard many, the funny. Now, it's time to hear the experience and the brainy. Meet Selena, Dorcas, Gifty, and Annett as they present the real Nkomo Nkete Nkete. Nkomo biaye says the dead, as a takre no assume the dead, the real Nkomo Nkete Nkete. Showing live this and every Sunday, 7 p.m. on Era One Radio on Facebook and on YouTube, Era One Radio and on Taibo channel. Kai said, so we see the real Nkomo Nkete Nkete. What brabon tete? We nyan konfronsa. We the real Nkomo Nkete Nkete.
Kosuwa na ti Era One Radio. Empenyini say, yensuma na motenten, yesuma benyasafo, Era One Radio.
Ajinkwana baba obesan ebebio enuntina Chicago Ghanaian SDA Church at the Hope Series 2021 ebrewa afiyinso afidie no watu ni din say his parousia prepare ekire say ne ma etoso mienu ya husiesie imedie fi ase August bosome no ede etoso dumiensa no awie ede etoso aduonu mienu ebrene no nso pepepe no awie no nkron Central Standard Time. Osofo Dr. Emmanuel Osisapon ana odi dwudi animu atonsa Alfred ntofo afi achichiri ene bencheye osofo di nyame asem a yembedo ho yemfraframu ebebrew osofo anu si ya pe achichifo nyina dem paibo beto so enu nti se wo haw wo amane bi se ye adwumasem se ye awadesem se ye nkratasem se ye wo matete yenkadien nyidien Fabra, many a giddy for a bompaye, Nakopon, a mpabo, tiefo. Jumadi, a coso, I was Chicago Ghanaian SDA4 Zoom 771-698-3733. Password near 777. Chicago Ghanaian SDA Facebook so Chicago Ghanaian SDA. If you want YouTube so a Chicago Ghanaian SDA live stream TV. One website so yes cGhanaiansda.org. Tumedi wa property radio any TV ahodoa atwa share riasa fananyina eninti call Echo Radio TV Chicago, Yonkodo Radio TV any Trinity Radio TV or Canada, Era One Radio TV or Taibo channel and so Washington, Obra TV, Obra Media Out.
Yo, ebusuafo ya sign emamo apart with you. And then your secretary general oni ho na we na chi e de eja Sister Dorcas. Over secretary Juba.
I did that's on the can and order.
Yo, yes, Sister Selena. Good evening, highly beautiful ladies. Missing you very much. We all have anxiety spells sometimes. True. Thank you, Doctor, for coming on the show to help educate us. Ebusiafo, Sister Selena yeda wase. Se wonso ode aba na se de all kano anxiety ni de. Osi nyina ye won kakra na doctor said that was saying in Ray, what bad na over abe boying said the bear you be swinging na yen community. That's our goal. Say yen community a woman no emu bedjo yen fie mo emu bedjo ye fie mo jo a asori mo bedjo ene asumdue ebeba baby pacho yen body say ebi wo ho bi ma obetime de ato so ama yen.
Yeah, I'm saying no the free okay. Oh no, I'm saying I repeating on YouTube and Facebook.
Okay. That's fine.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Mombamin Kabibi Kaka. A bit of Sister Selena comment, a bit of anxiety is good, right? So, and yes, sir, I'm only serious towards certain things. And you find say, but I'm find the lightest one. Maybe program so this is my first time. Member so that me name CCN. Therefore, if I'm a bit anxious about how I may go about programming, my comfort level to say, audience to say, oh, mommy, you man, they know me are comfortable with that level of anxiety. Hey, okay, healthy because it helps me to prepare, right?
Yeah.
So the measure, I like to add some sense of humor to mental health education because, and yes, sir, me who know are serious, there be. But Esan say how serious it is, what is our posture na kahwasema na attention be wo. And sometimes you throw in jokes kaka here and there. A man lighting it up. Yet me a follow on the channel. Okay. Say host, and also say me panelists will be what issue with data. I may not even know. And once me I watch the faces. It is a make be here in say facial expression in affirmation quickly na me meet me adjust it. It's a bit of anxiety in doing all of this, and yet me for exam. I'm a bit anxious about the exam It is okay because I'm all prepared. So to relax now. I don't care. The matter will care about you.
I know.
Having a bit of anxiety towards certain things is healthy. It's okay. But where it gets to the point, after the only me managing, affected the then it's an issue. Typical portray exam. I have a bit of anxiety about it. But since they might so anxious, I can't say still to study the material, prepare for the exam, and even sit in the examination room after the message also not the machine both from then we have a problem.
Yeah, it's a messy. Yo, doctor, and see the old train him say, Eja, yeah, try say, yeah, no man can try yeah, quadrim. None is some may walk ya quiet, so the answer, but you go so. And then mentally, no exercise, very sir, and you to me, yeah, I my mind and I healthy.
Okay, so first of all, physical exercises nankasa so a boy mentally. And I don't like to go into too much of the science behind it and all of that because I ran my rebino, right? It's mechanically as a physically, yeah, exercises are a boy mentally. Secondly, spending time with nature, a boy empire.
Hey, vacation, doctor, we did here, mammy, answer my to us.
On car vacation while I was in nature.
Vacation, some bread for you. Some may be where we is to see and granny because school. Oh, yeah, one son and crana school. I said, na stress, Nancy, doctor,
vacations, it gives you different atmosphere, different yes, I subscribe to that too. But to say going for nature walk, Mr. Say, I'm tell who no. Now or they are too honum. I really admire that. Last year, me tried with this year they went to me. But very good. Anytime you get to spend with nature, very good. Who's a bra? What's on and no man no entrepreneur? Or more esuno. It strike you differently. A bra would nam in the moon. Though it's 12 o'clock in the afternoon, I can real much. But them near the moon now, I feel it differently. Emotionally, it affects you. Like it helps you emotionally, right? and my mind in settle into no ye. The next thing also you're reading, and can baby a ye fee. See a discussion book, Mukrapa, Besha, what Mammy Aqua Beto. Reading a idea here because as we do so, no, that we exercise our minds, it opens us to different things, and my stay active, right?
Yes.
And then about different board games also. Board games in the world crop movie because chess but no, right? It's all of these board games, reading, exercising, and then time with nature. Of course, vacations, and as I said, taking a break from our normal routine. And so vacations, it doesn't have to be something board game, kakra bi a obetumi bia no eye se wontimi nye ne hwe kra na wo de Janet na fie ne da eboa oho no nkwa kra so ye but wo so tena fie na the work environment has changed but the house environment no ye just about the same. Sometimes come for me man kra do so afi no wakai so clean if you nyina enti we ye no no so stress level now be different but at least put me fee echo baby for sure who your uncle do baby akwa share in weekend be a different eboa.
Yeah, that's it, doctor.
Wow. And you made yeah better was pa na question back one answer. Rana odi maybe make who some kakra but lady no yes ye mema no ye ne mema intema se mem say yesu no na ye ma me ne papa mo ko ane enti ase but say ya ate
thank you to aka me say be ya beka we had a beka we say so who say abefo mi no kwa awie abuso who say den de si anajo
e was for ye who adru
so I actually that's the mom in the papa kwa e was say anajo na den ne course
e true ye pushi e mema ne bebre da bia mitie me da bia ma ha ohun ma asumdwe mmafie enti no sa na wo ka say ebi wo ha e build na afie be kakra no na aye yare kese anasa akwa depression ana bibisa me patro no so no obeka eho asem kakra sen
yo say ye dia ye tim dodo na Christopher enti mo amenka say enti na Bible ka say me yemfa ye ho nka me ye ho because Bible nim die enti a oka asa eni susu aso ahodo a enya ewo ye so now see the ba scientifically and I say adwuma pomude ho asem mo starting with the science behind the kakra bi as I said typically Adam person me call science in movie but what's a vasodilation and a bema ho sorry right it's in the abanisa anytime there's vasodilation or pressure no run higher okay into number the vessels in the maybe okay into abanisa na say entimi anye de say ye na nkoda din a etu ankotwe de say twe a bon say there's that rational that happens enti say ba na say ebasa na eno no be wie next time o say nitie ne ya no because entimi ansettle na yare ama no oho enti no eba na say na mumu na entimi nya ya
we dey e was for enya once a week asem dey okay o yeah man
the other thing is that if you are not also psychologically do I prepare assisi bibia bi woni tuma you ready odo cost rubber na ma ne kasa asiso sa na say no answer na about the fact is say safi the talk so then the questions in the chat here to come say na day na me afi the person be yi na say bi o menye be ma enough man na so say be me hu nya na kono bi wa na so say obi eka komode bi che no nti na sisia o nti ma e de adwedwe bebre ba after the ability do on, then tend to trust issues, then they tend to all these, it gets to where even sexual abuse comes in, right? Depriving the spouse of it for reasonable amount of time. And all of that, now for the our moon says, so when Uncle Bo White or a playwright or Ghana. No, Joy FM and panel type talk a few minutes. Okay. So me who a ibia or Troy say if there is good sex in marriage, any other problem can be taken care of.
Good.
So no hodoma. They can you na bit me aka ho asem.
It's true.
Because them no coffee ma o dey bit me aso. Say mo fra ne na titia you bit me aka. They can be but say no ni hodoma nyina so na day. But I will also say say aware enyina enagwa so. Because a bedroom pempe so bia ye nipa no cannot be the priority at the time. But ye ndu wo edie mama honam nkasa.
Wow. Doctor, yeah, that was say. Ebusuafo ye ho adro. Me fa bia to me botom onso efa wode. Na ye koso astrel se wo asembisa na wo mmoa bi enwumre ye ka ho asema. Ment na ho na emfa nhye wo nko an ho. Estrel se ubetumi afre, ubetumi ateste. Ubetumi send a message. Bibia ye nsa beka na fe wa join the conversation.
It's a gift, Mr. Doctor, where there may have a personal issue, Kakra. Me back from her, a drama back qua, many Jim home. Be an I know me kanya ye say, only dementia for a bedroom. And then see a mamma swing at one same baby. To say you a chromono, no question the media mamma hank and I'm naming him say a dream we are because near him see an another day. My dinner as I say, Quada, son near come. Say, na sorry, I know the chance says near D. Na been active. In fact, me ba hapano and plan a mania this year of who say, dementia, Alzheimer's, mental illness, baby. Na a mamina passion be to work with them. Nipa minya no ne ye adwuma no na oye attorney kese pa na me hwe ne dan mu abodin ne niema na enne sa ayina to no na ene ne ma minya passion say me sua more about this the be me go say me kwakoye sa big isa o Ghana na masem ne say passion amanyan ebetime nya me sunsunsanso obi da ahye bia na because I na me was a fierce no the entire American sign say, the more ye bibi no, na say, oh, we are say, minimum dear, because minimum, thank you, minimum teacher Nibia, no, I try to become deaf. No, moon, yeah, if I tell a purpose, I'm not cross it. Or better like a saffron, no, yes, sir. And my same business. I was na America. Nti masem bisa ne say the more I want to sound crofo we eye adwuma no etimi nya wo so adwene mu ana.
Okay. Me ya no, but according to say the other man focus so psych doctors na ya no more acting like psych patients. So you are ya keka ma atuto emu bitrim nti there are certain areas that we don't even want to work at, right? The kai sai yare wa wenum nya yare a esai.
Okay.
What I say enya yare esai. Enti say the obi enya covid mpo na oye no ho adwuma betimi enya. Enti say the obi ewo hepatitis na ne panie awo ana so say wa transfer one way or the other e dey amount. Enti say. But this is what happens. Who say the way I behave, our environment affects how we behave. Into the environment, be our woman, baby, obey, to be our film or the benny, wanted to any adinino. And Yansu so ever how I will behave so. And you say I've worked inside for maybe example 10 years. And it's in a moment share differently from the average person. It wouldn't me here be because of my experience into the way I'm not be related very different. Yes, so Jano, I said in Crofoni. There be a okay. Anna, Alzheimer's need dementia, dear no. Oh no, more year, you man, Emma Wunya Alzheimer's or dementia if you are not predisposed to it genetically or whatever it is, right? And yes, or no more year, you maintain the Venya census as well. But it's the age more of school for the deaf now, I sign language, I can't honor. Before said that is also another form of communication, therefore they use the environment, you know, and a man, yes, sir.
And then you're feeling more comfortable.
Yeah. Talking about environmental, what was that? So what Shannon Swan, who are you memumpoa? Sometimes what Casana, so you either passionate or angry about an issue, a tree be friend.
Oh, yeah.
That's how you use it. Right?
Yeah, why is no problem with the tree?
Oh, and you know, and you go to that. And you know, in Crawford, especially in our field, you know, there be insight. And you can medical for more risk in terms of that.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, doctor, that's everything for said the doctor can, and into the way be a you, na and sign Emma wouldn't be daching, no, because what dream a bay, Passa, Yemunya Mempan, as a doctor can. My exercise your brain, or young can you book a hold on, hey, you ludi, when your free time, they had any say, tension a wook room heno. Emma wouldn't have time great near grow, and only a house of say, yet to home ever hay. A man your time in near grow, and more you ludui, and to your worry, you dammy be, and then never. May question I try to never brain us, doctor. You may be against ya or more shade. Ebenyas is also be almost so that's your much more.
It was also very one, even physical health, and yet my answer. Because 2 reasons, for 2 pair. Bako a sedentary lifestyle, what a faco. And I chips in this in chain. It's also said they are so into the game in Intino. Almost 10 years they are near healthier. Or into upper snacks or pekino, dinner or pekino, dinner, right? And you know, one and no, and yet. And I say video games, you know, so they get so much into it, and you know, they are not able to exercise and stuff like that. And physically, you know, muscles use it or lose it. Then they start to lose it. Now we're not for the 1 pound, 2 pound there. Who's all getting easy, who lose an headache.
Yeah.
Apart from that, you know, so no, the screen time, no, and yet. There's a lot of stimulation from playing the game and watching and all of that. The boy couple yes or Osaka. I said, my boy, now one on your O'Shea. Yeah, we say, I
said, no, Kasa.
Because it's a lot of stimulation. They want to get into the action. Into the stimulation, I didn't know. After they play into the night of what that would mean that because their mind is all over this place, all of that.
Always busy.
Into and no know and sanaba as to even how well they are with all this. Then it comes to the self-esteem issue now I can't say earlier. Then they start to feel like, oh, they're not good enough. There's also a lot of bullying that goes on in that space.
Yeah.
Into the sound of money, you know. Men can say, that is not what I'm saying, but everything in moderation is good. I would be now we jay. Me no closer to bedtime on so and he rationalizes and the money now.
Yeah, that's
wow. What a night, what an evening. Don't say wait there, just say I'm a about now. Your questions, nene, one year there no, say a time in this then so ebusia for ye who dronia Kenyan say ye pese ye ya dream no healthy. Doctor say go no.
And no. That's simple.
Yeah, yeah, so ye pese ye healthy because say ya intimi anye healthy o fie maame yare ana papa yare a emofra yi bi yare a de ohaw kese na ebre ebusua no. Yesi ujai de wo ya unya adaje. Yenya bre ebusuafo. Yenya nkoyo. Ebi mu pese omokọ Ghana e de yenya nkoyo. Enti no. Yen take it time. Yen side bre board games here ken ludu pa ye chiwa dede ede fe pehuro na ubo ho mode na wore
Obanum so ka ko ba
aha enya asem ketwa ni nyina e release stress so serious yenton e free but you have to create the time ye ni ye may ni ye ko na ye ba family walks mo pia said the yen this about kind it just gives you a different environment some benya conversation where the way shane them anyway shane them yenya dai bebre ama na busunti we need to create some time to spend it and you're making good use of our time and see enumerated ye demu besi ha na nyame ya adoma dasene ye besan ehia doctor ye gina era 1 etiefo nyina ene yen CEO anemu na ya dawase na ya kase onyame nhyiraw na wadwen mu po wode serve yen community no erade emu ama no entre na enkoso na enim se mi fiejo na Dorcas fiejo na obi afie mojo ye nyina nso ye benya asomdwe nti abusuafo ye si ha chia mo pii
edamase
Chimafidi Nkomo Era One Radio Jumpa Dietia Chimafidi Nkomo Era One Radio